Buffalo Bills get stumped by the Baltimore Ravens, 35-10. We got a lot to talk about. Welcome to Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Buffalo Against the World on the Built-in Buffalo platform, brought to you by Monster Energy Drink, the official energy partner of the Built-in Buffalo platform. Cuzzo Brad, a big loss for the Buffalo Bills. We had high hopes for this game, Sunday Night Football, but unfortunately it did not swing the Buffalo Bills' way 35-10. We got a lot to discuss with this game, but as we always do our due diligence, let's go around the NFL. Tell us what's going on in the NFL, Cuzzo.
Yeah. Let's start there. Let's start with around the league. We go around the league we go, no problem whatsoever. We'll just pause the frustration. We know it's out there. But let's pause the frustration. Anyway, week 4 started off with the Dallas Cowboys beating New Jersey Giants 20-15. The Cincinnati Serial Tigers beat up the North Carolina Pumas 34-24. The New Orleans Sinners took on the Atlanta Dirty Birds. Atlanta Dirty Birds won 26-24. The Houston Moo-Moos took on the London Jaguars, beating them 24-20. The New Jersey Jets took on the Denver Donkeys and lost to them 10-9. The Minnesota Vikings took on the Green Bay Acme Cheese Packers, beating them 31-29. And the only reason why I say Minnesota Vikings is because I can't think of anything funny that parody their name. Anyway, moving along. The Indianapolis Stallions took on the Pittsburgh Steelers, beating them 27-24. The Chicago Care Bears took on the LA Rams, beating them 24-18. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers took on the Pennsylvania Eagles, beating them 33-16. San Francisco 49ers took on the New England Patriots, beating them 30-13. The Arizona Cardinals took a big crap, lost a lot to the Washington Football Commandskins. Washington beat them 42-14, and the refs let the Chiefs beat the Los Angeles Lightning Bolts 17-10. The Las Vegas Raiders took on the Cleveland Browns, beating them 20-16. And of course, the Buffalo Bills lost to the Edgar Allan Crows 35-10.
Yeah,
Tonight's
we got a
games.
lot.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Games. Tonight games are the South Beach Sea Orcas taking on the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Motor City Kitties.
All right. So that'll do it for around the league, man, cuz let's get right to our football team. Buffalo Against the World. We are here again and suffered our first loss. Buffalo was riding very high and mighty, and there's a lot of factors. We're going to cover all the factors, but we want you to know that we will have the phone lines open today so you can call and give us your expressions as well. 563-999-3600 is also at the bottom of the screen. We're not going to have this up here the whole time, but please feel free if you have thoughts on the game to give us a call. All right, so
one rule, there is no cursing. No matter how bad your frustrations are, and trust me, we're right there with you. Do not curse. Do not curse.
We will cut you off.
We will.
So please. Cuzzo Brad, let's start right there. Let's start right at the top of this game. I said it last week, and I even played a clip earlier on Built in Buffalo. I said tackling is going to be the major issue of this game. And if we didn't get tackling correct, we weren't going to succeed. Now, also, we knew this team was going to be a one-dimensional. We knew that. You brought that up when you mentioned it. We said we have to stop the run and we have to stop Lamar Jackson. That was the goal. We saw what they did to the Cowboys, the exact same thing. They came in here and they did it worse than they did the Cowboys. So, and I gotta put my foot in my mouth now because Cuzzo, I'm the one who said we ain't the Cowboys, but we looked worse defensively than the Cowboys when it came to stopping the run. So, what's your take, man, on coaching so far? I mean, I was very, very disappointed. I felt like you would die letting Lamar Jackson air you out. I would be so happy to just let that happen. Let him beat us. Not like this. What's your thoughts?
Okay. Now I have a lot of R-rated dialogue that I want to say on this platform, but
We got one. We got one call coming in. Let me take this call. Calling from
that can wait.
951 calling in. You on Buffalo Against the World. Please remember there's no profanity on this podcast. What's your thoughts on this game? And we're talking about coaching specifically right now. What's your thoughts?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Sort of.
Good. So, man, I think, we everybody would agree, the trick play was a weird time and really screwed up the momentum. And I think the coaching, we blew it, not taking advantage of their ineptness in their secondary. I don't know why we were throwing out into the flats and these little out patterns so much to even start. I thought Kincaid would have destroyed them over the middle. Shakir would have been great going across those guys. They haven't been good at it. And we all know, man, Henry, you ain't going to stop him, but we got to contain the guy. We had gaping holes, man. He was untouched on that first one, and then he just kept gutting us over and over. And, whoever gets the blame on it, you got to make some corrections in that, man. You got to stop the bleeding at some point. Even if we are going to give up a pass or let Lamar beat us with his arm, you can't keep letting King Henry do that to us. I think the coaching, they got to look at each other in the room. And, the last thing I'll say, you guys, is this. At the end of the day, losing a game to a 1-2 very good team that was fighting for their life to not lose at home and go 1-3. We were on a Monday night, a little bit of a short week. We're down a few players. It ain't the end of the world that we lost. It's the end of the world, and it's not even the end of the world, but the bad part is the way we lost. We just let it happen to us, and I can't blame that all on the players. Somebody was calling those calls. So that's my 2 cents, man. I really appreciate you guys' show, by the way.
Yep. Thank you, bro. We appreciate having you on the show. Very good comment there. Listen, Cuzzo, go ahead, respond to
that. He was absolutely right. He was absolutely right with his call. This loss does not fall all on the players. This is definitely the coaching. To me, this falls definitely on 100% on the coaching staff. This Bills team was not ready to play Baltimore. They were not ready. Everybody knew exactly what they signed Derrick Henry for, to run the ball. And everybody knows the game plan to beat Baltimore. You can't really stop Derrick Henry, but you got to contain him, force Lamar Jackson to throw. And like you just said, you would die on that sword. The Bills weren't prepared at all from the jump, from the first play from scrimmage for Baltimore. They said, okay, let's let him go 87 yards. He went 87 yards. The defense wasn't ready. And they kept picking, they kept running, they kept steamrolling us. And then in the second half, we finally stopped the bleeding, and we forced them to go 3 and out. They punted the ball. We get a nice play. Josh Allen put on a Superman cape. We score a touchdown. Okay, cool. Stop the bleeding. Now we're on the attack. Momentum shifts. And he mentioned it at the beginning of his call. For some reason, Joe Brady thought to run a trick play on 2nd and 7 when we're down by 11. I don't know what the thought process was in that case. I guess hit him with something he wasn't ready for, but that was not what we're supposed to do. So again, the players do have to execute, but it's up to the coaches and the personnel to make sure everybody's ready to play. And another thing that happened, I don't know who was talking to personnel. Connor McGovern was out for like 3 plays when he checked in twice. So that's on personnel.
Yeah.
It's hitting on the players. Go ahead.
Speaking of how the Bills got gashed, we gotta talk about this. This contributes to coaching, but it also falls on the players. Some of it falls on the players
True.
as well.
Some of it does,
Uh,
yes.
let's look at the statistics overall. 34 carries, 8.6 yards per carry, 2
Say that
touchdowns.
again. Say that again. Say that again.
34 carries for 271 yards total rushing,
Mm,
2 touchdowns, and 8.6 yards per carry.
mm,
Not a good showing for the Buffalo Bill
not at
defense.
all.
Again, this is something that you should have been prepared for.
1000%.
Guys did not until the second half. You started to see Dorian Williams wake up and start really hitting Derrick Henry head on, and that's what I was excited about that. But that first half, man, they looked afraid. They looked unprepared. They
Mhm.
just looked like boys amongst men playing against the
Facts.
Ravens. They just got manhandled all the way
Facts.
around. I mean, I could say nothing good. Nothing good. No pressure on Lamar Jackson whatsoever.
None.
No pressure on Lamar Jackson whatsoever. And the way the zone is designed, it's designed for you to get to the quarterback.
Mhm.
If you don't get to the quarterback, someone's going to break free in the zone. If you don't know how football works, this is how it works. And he had so much time that players broke free at times through the zone. And
Yeah.
when that happens, you're just continuing to give away the momentum. I've said this countless times on this show, Cousin Brad. Football is a game of strategy, physicality, and momentum. We lost all 3 phases of those things.
You are 100% right. You're 100% right. And the Bills, they play a nickel defense. The nickel defense is designed to stop the pass, not the run. They play nickel out there. They play 6 defensive backs, I think 2 linebackers, and I think 5 down linemen. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. That they had to switch it up in the second half. I don't even know if Von Miller even played last night. I don't even know if he was on the field. Ed Oliver, say it right there. They said that Ed Oliver didn't have 1 tackle last night. I didn't see him make a tackle. I didn't see Deion Jones make a play. I have no idea where our our defensive line was. They were getting bullied. I mean, it was a straight up bully. It was a kid coming to the yard. You know exactly what's going to happen, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do. Everybody knows Baltimore is a running team. All right, we're going to beat you by running the ball. Stop us. And the Bills weren't prepared. It was like, well, we got guys next man up, and we're gonna just do our best. No. If you don't stop that run or contain that run, they're gonna maul you, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
And we are not Dallas. We are not Dallas.
we look worse
We are
than
not-
Dallas. We
Yeah.
looked worse defensively. I mean, look, man. I mentioned this last week. We knew once he got past the front 7, it's lights out. No one's going to tackle him. Taylor Rapp got hurt trying to tackle this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, again, physically wise, we were not prepared. The defense needed to make adjustment. They made that adjustment in the second half, but they should have came out like that. So I gotta give this one. This problem is on Bobby Babbitt's head and Sean McDermott's head for that defense.
I agree.
Not preparing these guys to be ready to tackle, and these guys are trying to tackle this 250-pound 6'3" running back up high. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's really no right way to tackle Derrick Henry. There's no right way. Either you're gonna bring him down, or you're gonna die trying, or get a concussion trying. Because dude is a straight up mammoth out there. There's no way to really bring him down. It's gonna take gang tackling. It's gonna take more than one of you guys. Dude is just too big. But I will give a little bit of credit to the defensive staff for actually making adjustments and stopping the bleeding in the second half because they got the ball. They got the ball coming out in the second half. And I'm thinking in my head, they score on this drive. It's over. It's over. And we stopped the bleeding, but we got the ball back. We scored. Now we're on the attack. The momentum shifts, and another coaching mistake happens, and it just fell apart because once they got the ball back and they scored a touchdown, game's over. There's nothing we can do at that point.
All right, we got a caller. We got a caller coming in. Let's get this call in real quick. We got 2 callers on the line. Hold on, caller. We got first 716-940. Your Buffalo against the world with Kulu and Cousin Brad. What's your thoughts? Defensive and coaching letdowns. What's your thoughts?
Talk to us.
716-940. You there? Going once.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right,
All
my
right, here we
brother.
go.
Talk to me. What's your thoughts on this game? What's your thoughts on the coaching and defensive letdowns and standouts, if there are any?
This is Joey. This is Joey Hedge from the 12th Man Mafia.
What's up, JoJo?
Joey.
Calling to give my opinion on the game.
All right, bro. Go ahead.
brother.
Okay, let's start it off this way. I don't know if last night was the telltale sign of we don't have a killer wide receiver core. We have a good wide receiver core, but when you play good teams like this and you get punched in the mouth with what we got, it's hard to come back. Josh, he can be Superman all he wants because there's good parts of this game and there's bad parts. Josh played a heck of a game, but the pressure that was coming at him was unbearable when the offensive line is getting blown right through.
I agree.
And
I agree with that.
We got a lot of injuries. Our linebacker core, Milano, Bernard. We got backups in. Then our safety goes down. Then we bring in Cole. They're a more physical team. We got beat. It happens from time to time. It's not the end of the world. But
Absolutely not.
Some things need to change. And I'm glad Joe Brady come out and said part of this was my fault because it absolutely was.
Absolutely.
I respect it. I respect
Thank
that.
you, Joey, man. We
But-
appreciate you. Yep. Yeah, you got one more thought? Go ahead.
But the season's definitely not over. And like they said, I'm so glad that this happened early in the season because some of this stuff can be fixed.
Mhm.
But when you are playing a team like the Ravens and they spread you out, you have to go small. And at that point, Henry's going to run right over you. And that's what happened.
Thanks,
So
Joey.
don't lose faith, everybody. There's a whole lot to come still.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
We ain't
Absolutely.
losing no faith in our team. Thanks, Joey and the 12th man. Shout out to Joey and the 12th man. Let's take another call.
Absolutely.
716-698. You are on Buffalo against the world with Kulu and Cousin Brad. We knew fans is gonna have a lot of reaction. Who we talking to? Go ahead.
What's up, my brothers? What's up, my brothers?
What's up, Jay
Going
Reed?
on. Going
Come on,
on.
That I can definitely say right now was that this game, you allowed Derrick Henry 209 yards of that whole total that you mentioned, bro. And there was no accountability held on all three phases of the game. And that's my little point right there because
Okay.
I know we haven't had a real test in front of us like this team we faced last night. And all I want to see moving forward is accountability across the board.
All right. Appreciate that, Jay Reezy. Definitely
I mean-
some accountability, and then Joe Brady definitely do that. That was refreshing, as Joey mentioned.
Right.
He
I mean, I
took
respect
accountability.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that
He said
100,000%.
a lot of this game was on me, and
Mhm.
here's my thing, Cuzzo. When you look at that play, you know your quarterback basically has one hand, right?
Right.
Two of his fingers was taped up like he got the West Side sign up, right?
Right.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that play? Second down, 7 yards to go. Chick praise after
We're down by 11. We weren't down, but like all wasn't lost at that point. We're only down by 11.
And the momentum was back on our side in the beginning
Right.
of the first half. So again, I'm gonna have to give 60-40 to coaching in this game.
Oh no, I'm giving 70-30 coaching. 70-30 coaching. This team was not prepared. They were not prepared to play a physical Ravens team. They were riding high, beating the crap out of Miami, beating the crap out of who did we play last week? Did we play Miami?
We played Jacksonville last week.
Yeah, beat the crap out of Jacksonville, barely beat Arizona. They were riding high. Oh, the Bills are just destroying everyone. We're talking Super Bowl and MVP and all this other stuff. No, this team needed to get punched in the face. That's exactly what Baltimore did. From the first snap, it was like, all right, y'all think y'all good, right? Anything good? Bow! Punched you right in the face. And again, we stopped the bleeding. We stopped the bleeding. You know what I mean? In the second half, and then that play, and you could say, oh, well, Deion Dawkins missed his blocking assignment, or Curtis Samuel shouldn't have pitched the ball. Everybody missed the assignment on that play. I watched that play about 60 times today. Everybody missed the assignment. No one knew what they were doing. And Kyle Van Noy, being a veteran, shout out to him. Kyle Van Noy, man, the veteran presence, he knew exactly what to do. He's like, okay, they're going to have to give the ball to their best player, which is Josh Allen. I'm just going to hit him because he's that receiver. So shout out to the veteran, man. He caused the play to blow up. It is what it is.
And again, when you see Josh Allen go out to wide receiver when he's got one hand, is he really a threat?
It don't even matter. It don't even matter if he's a threat. He's their best player. They're going to have to give him the ball. If they go the other way, I will be shocked. They're going to have to give him the ball. Kyle Van Noy knew that, saw that, was like, okay, I'm taking him out. Shout out to him, veteran, smart dude.
Yeah.
So, can we give the credit to? I got to give credit to the Baltimore defensive line because they were running a package against Josh that he hasn't really seen too much, where they would bring guys back and move him slightly to the left to force him. I'm sorry, to the right to force him to go left. That was confusing Josh the whole game. He didn't have an answer for that. So shout out to the Ravens defensive coordinator. I forgot his name. They showed him a couple of times, but he's a relatively younger gentleman. So shout out to him, man. But this team needed to get punched in the face. Four. Yeah. And again, the caller said it. Joey said it. All is not lost. This ain't nothing that can't be fixed. We got punched in the face. We got to get back up. All is not lost. Season's not over. A lot going on. Samuel and the barefoot guy, huge letdown so far.
That's a fact.
I'll give you Samuel. Samuel's been a letdown.
We got a Ravens fan in the building. Zach Orr is the guy's name. I knew his last name was Orr. We got to give credit where credit is due. They whooped our behind out there. Let's talk about the offense because stagnant, very stagnant. Offensive line played very shaky throughout the game. Josh was running for his life most of this game. I mean, those guys were getting manhandled. You went away from Cook. Cook had 9 for 39. He didn't really do much in this game. Josh Allen took a couple sacks. He had the sack fumble, which we mentioned earlier with the quick play. I mean,
to be fair, technically, that was his first turnover of the season. The first one, to be fair.
Well, he had another fumble in the Arizona game, too. He had another fumble.
He did. Okay, so second turnover. Turnover. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. I'll take it. At least no INTs, though. So
don't jinx it. That didn't happen.
So,
but, whatever.
Again, the run was shut down. And here's something that we have expressed. We have expressed the lack of speed from our wide receivers. Khalil Shakir, again, led this team in receiving, but it just was not good enough. It was not enough from Coleman, not enough from Kincaid. Nobody's really stretching the field on this defense at all.
True. Yeah.
And I didn't see much separation out there. As I'm watching these replays, I'm seeing Josh running for his life. I'm not seeing players breaking open at all.
Yeah,
and it's disturbing to me that, how do you play football and practice football and you don't really see how you can create some separation and all you do is catch the ball and run the ball.
Go ahead.
That just kills me right there, cuz. It just.
I mean, I get the game plan that we're going for, but we just don't have the personnel to run it. They were doing the exact same things the Chiefs were doing in opening night. That horizontal run after catch sort of thing, it counts as a running play. They were doing that all night. We just don't have the personnel to do it. They tried to get Khalil Shakir and Curtis Samuel to be that type of guy. That's not the personnel. That's not us. That's not how it works. And Dalton Kincaid, he had a couple of good catches. One thing I will say, I do respect Josh Allen, and I do respect Keon Coleman. He obviously had a big drop early on. It was a bomb play, fell right out of his hands. And I respect Josh for going back to him 2 more times. He didn't let it get in his head, and he caught 2 couple passes that were nice on the sideline. So shout out to him for not letting it get into his head and just giving up all hope, because we know how that feels. But this offense, I mean, they were playing a lot of catch-up ball, and that's not really what we do. So it really was just all-out bully by Baltimore.
Yeah, it's that Coleman drop was crucial. But let's talk about the first drive. First drive, we're approaching the red zone, and Kincaid has a big drop that stagnates that drive.
Yeah.
And this is before the Derrick Henry run. Then you have the Coleman drop, which was very crucial. Right in the breadbasket. Very similar to that Stephon Diggs one that we saw last year.
Right. Brought back painful memories.
This is what we got him for. We got him to win those jump balls. And he did not do so at that time when we really, really needed it. So that 2 crucial drops. Offense looked very stagnant. Still haven't seen anything that I wanted to see from Curtis Samuel. Everybody was saying he's a baby Deebo Samuel. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, no, not at all.
So at the end of the day, I'm still not really impressed with this wide receiver crew, with the exception of Khalil Shakir.
Again, I mean, I wouldn't say not. I wasn't impressed last night. They got away from their game. We're a pack hunting team. Everybody eats. Everybody wasn't eating yesterday. We didn't know who to go to. Like, all right, somebody make a play. Like we like Josh is like, yo, somebody get open. Somebody do something. And that just wasn't going. When the game ain't flowing and we got to play catch-up ball, those are the times you got to rely on your stars. And Josh tried to do his best, and we just didn't have the personnel. Finish up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, at this time, we're going to go to our Bills Mafia Hater of the Week.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me up some more so my haters can hear.
All right, at this week, Cuzzo Brad is going to give us our Hater of the Week and why.
All right. I mean, personally, we could give Hater of the Week to Baltimore. Y'all got y'all get back. We get it. We beat y'all the last couple of times, beat you in the playoffs. Y'all got your get back. You won. We could have went with y'all, but I mean, it was borderline a hate crime if y'all would have scored another touchdown. But whatever. But our Hater of the Week today goes to Cam Newton. Cam, bro, I'm a fan of your podcast. I'm a fan of the things you put on social media, but some things you just should not say, and some things are just straight up hate coming out your mouth. This man said in an interview, quote, if Eli Manning goes into the Hall of Fame, because he is up for the Hall of Fame this year, this class of 2025, he's up for Hall of Fame this year. If he goes into the Hall of Fame, I deserve 2 gold jackets. Sorry, Cam. No, you don't. You don't deserve 2 gold jackets. I ain't taking away nothing from you, Cam. You are a great player, and you will be in the Hall of Fame. I believe you'll be in the Hall of Fame. I think you're worthy of being in the Hall of Fame. But hating on Eli Manning? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowls, both against the GOAT. Now, they were led by the defense and a lucky catch on the helmet. But hey, Eli, man, you can't spell elite without Eli. The man won 2 Super Bowls. The Giants were terrible. He brought them back. Shout out to him, man. You can't hate on Eli. So for that, Cam, you get Hater of the Week.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Cam, you wildin'. Like, you were a great player. You had an MVP season. You went to a Super Bowl. But that's where it stops. That's where it stops. I mean, physically, you just want to talk about physically. Of course, you're top 10 all time physically.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
As for what you accomplished in the league compared to Eli Manning, it's not the same. You're not the same at all. So please stop. You want to compare your physical talent, go ahead, compare your physical talent, but don't compare careers because it's not the same. It's not the same at all. If that's the case, you would have been.
Come on, man. I mean, let's be real, bro. Now there are some quarterbacks that both of you are better than Troy Aikman. But whatever. You saying you deserve 2 gold jackets if Eli gets in? Nah, bro. Eli deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He earned his gold jacket that he's gonna receive. Shout out to Eli. Cam, that was hating.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now it'll take us to our winner sin segment.
It's us against the world. It's us against us. Buffalo against the world. It's us against.
All right, this week's winner sin segment. The Buffalo Bills are no longer undefeated. They are now 3-1, still on top of their division. Cousin Brad, what did you think? Is this a win or a sin going forward for the Buffalo Bills season that the Bills are no longer undefeated? What's your thoughts?
I feel like this is a meh. Because, you don't want to see your team lose, but sometimes your team needs to lose and learn from their mistakes. Like, you need to learn from them. Sometimes you just got to get punched in the mouth to learn not to do that no more. My father, who watches the show, he's probably watching right now, he always says it goes back to like raising a kid. You tell your kid, hey, don't touch that hot stove. Don't touch that hot stove. And sometimes it just take them touching the hot stove and getting burnt to learn. So sometimes when it's a team out there, and you're undefeated, you're feeling yourself, you're riding high, everything's going good, it's a team just as hungry, just as pissed off, ready to punch you right in the face, and that's exactly what Baltimore did.
Yeah, I think it's a win for us. I think Sean McDermott is a resilient guy. Josh Allen is a very resilient guy. We got a bunch of resilient guys on this team, and they're going to learn from this. They're going to learn from this, and I guarantee if we see them in the playoffs, we're going to play much better, and we're going to tackle much better. So I think this team is going to learn from it. That's just the character of Sean McDermott. I think they was caught lacking. They was caught lacking out there. They was caught not paying attention to details, not staying in their gaps, playing undersized with undersized guys. You probably should have had all big guys on the line, and you should have gap controlled better because those guys were getting moved off the line.
They were.
So, I don't think they used the right personnel out there. I just don't feel like they were prepared to really do as much tackling as they had to do throughout that game. And you can tell that with the injuries piling up. Like you should have been ready to hit. So again, I'm gonna say it is a win that we took this L because I know the type of mentality that Sean McDermott has, which is a bounce back mentality. So I think it's a win for Buffalo.
Yeah, absolutely. And that goes on coaching, man. You should have been prepared for a hard-nosed smash mouth game. If y'all was thinking this is going to be some Kansas City, chase everybody around and tackle people, a lot of chase and tackle. No, this is going to be a lot of blocking, a lot of hitting, a lot of injuries, a lot of pain. That's what this game was going to be about. We knew that going in. And apparently y'all must have slept through that meeting because you were not prepared for that at all. That's Baltimore's MO. That's what they built that franchise on. They built the franchise based off of that.
I don't know if they still think they were playing the Jags because that's how they looked like they lined up to play. They didn't look like they lined up to play the team. Like they didn't. I think they were just going to go with the exact same game plan that they had last week. That's unacceptable.
You can't do that. And not with Baltimore. You can't do that with Baltimore. This franchise was built off of toughness. You cannot do that again. What worked in Jacksonville, not working with Baltimore. They are a physical team. They like to hurt people. Yeah. Did you not see the vignette of Ray Lewis at the beginning of the game? Did you not see that? Because I did.
I think the Bills can't beat them. Again, we have had games like this before where teams have run down our throat. We've seen them in the playoffs and beat them down. It's an L. We take like Daryl just said, like D just told us, we take the L, we move on, we're going to get better. We will get better. You're going to see some roster moves, especially with the injuries that's piling up. And hopefully these things get taken care of. All right, that'll take us into our top 5 segment, top 5 plays of the game.
This is the BA Dubs top 5 segment. Buffalo, get ready. Getting hot. You got them? Well, let's get them.
Cuz Brad, I'm going to start this one off because there's only one Bills play. There's only one Bills. There's only one Bills play.
We're really stretching it for 5. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about top 5 plays of the game. That's for not the Bills play. Both teams play.
For both teams. Oh, okay.
Yes. We got to be. But I got one, and then my 5th one, starting from number 5. I'm gonna start at number 5, and I'm gonna give.
Allen protected for the moment. Now has to escape. Everything's covered. Josh waits to the last second. He's it downfield. Shakir is open. What a throw by Allen. Shakir to the 3.
Yo.
That was one of the most craziest throws I've ever seen.
Dude.
But he makes those every year or so.
For real, yo,
the throw was amazing.
Dude, that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want Josh Allen to run to his right. That's what you don't want. That's why they were pushing him to the left, because stuff like that can happen. And did you see who oh man, what is it? Matthews? Did you see his head? Like, can we show that again? Can we show that again and watch Matthews on that play? Can we show it again?
Allen protected for the moment. Now has to escape. Everything's covered. Josh waits to the last second. He's it downfield. Shakir is open. What a throw by Allen. Shakir to the 3. What a play by Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you can do that?
Yeah.
Yo, that's what Josh Allen brings to an offense. That was just that. I'm sorry. That was just amazing. That was probably the best play of the night, besides the big run. But
I mean,
that was
we
crazy.
can't give him number 1 off the strength that
We can't. But that was awesome.
So that's my number 5. Where you got?
Okay, so we have to do both teams.
We have we don't. Listen. I you go by my top 5. Bills only got 1.
All right. I'm sorry. The 4th play is the play that they ran, and the running back from the Baltimore Ravens, not Derrick Henry, the smaller one,
Hill,
or the regular size running back Hill. He just put Dorian Williams in the blender on that out route, that wheel route that he ran and caught the touchdown. He just put Dorian Williams in a blender. Like, there was no reason why Dorian Williams should be covering him. But he was, unfortunately, just put him in a blender and caught the touchdown. That was just straight up amazing. So shout out to the regular size running back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with my next one. I gotta say, the forced turnover, the trick play. The forced turnover on the trick play. I mean,
Calvin was
ready for it. They was fully ready for it. It stopped the momentum, and they regained momentum very quickly after that. So, I mean, that's got to be number 3 to me. I mean, the Bills could have come back after that.
Yeah, we're down 11, and Kyle Van Noy, the veteran, he saw it coming. Was like, okay, let me take out their best player. If they're gonna run something crazy, smart. That's instinct. That's instinct right there by a veteran player. So I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah. Yep. So that's my number 3.
My number 2 is, I mean, Lamar Jackson is just phenomenal. He's just a phenomenal player. He doesn't get a lot of recognition for the throws that he makes, but some of the throws are absolutely amazing. And it could be a lot of luck. It could be a lot of let's stop Derrick Henry. But the throws that this dude makes is simply amazing. And he had one specific throw where it literally went through the Bills defenders. I think it was Cam Lewis and I think Taylor Rapp.
And Christian Benford.
Okay, yeah, Christian Benford. The ball literally went through them, and the tight end caught it, and it was just amazing. So I got to give Lamar Jackson his credit on that throw. Shout out to him.
All right, I gotta go Derrick Henry. He sparked it off. All right, Derrick Henry spark off run. I mean, look, man, it's
87 yards untouched.
87. That's the play of the game. I mean,
for real.
Quite simply. I mean, outrunning the entire Bills defense. He's not that fast. He's bigger than everybody, not faster than everybody, but yet he outran everybody on the Buffalo Bills defense. So that really set the tone. That really crushed us in the first half. We didn't recover from that in the first half.
It really did. That, like, You go 87 yards, you don't even get touched by anyone. That's a problem. Like, it's gonna be a long night if that happens on the first play. Some teams can recover from that. Then it's like, all right, it's gonna be that kind of fight. Okay, nah, they took the air right out of the Bills' cell with that. That was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, Derrick Henry been in the league, he been doing it a long time, but I mean, part of me was like, man, that's kind of cool that he can still do that. I mean, whatever. Don't judge me. That was kind of cool to see.
I really wanted him here a few years ago when the conversation.
I know, me too. Me too. Because that was cool. That was cool to see. It's like, yo, that's crazy. The 5th highest, fastest play of the season.
They're running 4.5 speed, outrunning the whole Bills defense.
He didn't get touched by anyone. He was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna run and not get touched by any Bills player. Touchdown. It's just like, yo, that was really cool. Like, how often do you see that? So shout out to them, man. I gotta give them credit where credit is due.
Ed Oliver not to have a tackle in that game, it just really shows how far ahead this offensive line was over the Bills' defensive line. They were pushing these boys off the line, and they were going right to the second level.
Yeah,
second and third level, really.
Yeah, so, it's bad. It's bad when you got Derrick Henry going up against your secondary. That's just a win. You got to stop him at the first level. But I mean, again, this game could have went completely different. It could have been completely different. The momentum shifted. We made the adjustments in the locker room. Baltimore started beating themselves. They got penalized for calling 2 timeouts in a row like basketball.
Exactly.
Like, dude, they started beating themselves. Lamar was getting frustrated. We had them. Like, we had them on the ropes. We're like, all right, here we come. Here we go. All right, what are we going to do? 2nd and 7. Let's go, baby. Why is Josh going to receiver? What's happening? What? Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, boy. They got – okay, game's over.
Yep.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
Like, doesn't he have one hand? Doesn't he have one hand?
Like,
how is he going to catch the ball? Oh, this is a trick play.
Like, who were you trying to fool? Like, who are you trying to fool? And I hate to say this, and I'm just going to say it because it is what it is. I feel like Joe Brady had the controller. He dropped that out of his hands, and it selected the triangle play, which was some kind of pass play. Like, that's what happened on that play. And Bobby Babbage just put, the Ravens on rookie mode and just let them just run all up and down the field on it. That's what happened. But, whatever. It is what it is. So
yeah, that's crazy.
There's one guy that, I've been on since preseason. Can we get to it now or we're going to wait?
Go ahead.
Okay. Tyler Bass. Step into the office. Don't get comfortable.
Yeah.
Cool. I've said it since preseason. I have not held back. He missed another one. And Bills Mafia, y'all watching? All the Bills fans watching. Tell me if I'm wrong. We pay this guy to kick the ball. We don't ask him to block. We don't ask him to tackle. We don't ask him to run. We don't ask him to catch. We don't ask him to throw. We don't ask him to read defenses. We pay this man to kick the ball between 18.6 feet across, 35 feet up of air. That's what we pay him to do. That's his job. Nothing else. He missed another kick. Now, people will say, it was raining and it's on a grass surface. Excuses don't win championships. Excuses do not win championships. Kulu, I'm going to ask you a question. You can be honest with me. If it comes down to the wire, do you feel comfortable with Tyler Bass kicking us a game-winning field goal?
No. And
exactly.
that was expressed last night. I was with some fellas last night, and they're like, hey, we got to go for it. It's 4th and 27. Josh took that big sack, right? And I said, no, you can't go for it 4th and 27. And they said, well, you trust Bass? And I said,
no. And it was a couple of points in that game.
That's the reason why you shouldn't.
Exactly. It's a couple points in that game, and you like, maybe we should just go for this. And that was one of them. Like, yo, maybe we should just go for this because I'd rather take the risk of scoring no points and trying to get 6 rather than missing a third. And I'm sorry, man. Like Bass, we loved you. We embraced you. We supported your charity. And we did everything we wanted to, but I'm sorry, man. Your job is to kick the ball in between the goalposts over the bar. And you have not done that. You have not done that, bro. I'm going to keep it real. In my eyes, it's time to let you go. I'm just going to be real. Just going to be real. It's time to move on to another kicker. I mean, at this point,
leave a comment down below in the chat. What do you think about Tyler Bass? Let him go, keep him, let him go, keep him. Just drop it down below. What is your thoughts? Man, I agree, Cuzzo. At this point, you got to bring in some competition.
Yeah,
you know, I really just I'm at a loss for words with that, and we're 4 games in. Are you really going to find a really good kicker on the waiver wire right now? Probably not. But you got to bring in some competition to let them know, like you just said. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get
comfortable. And we are not comfortable relying on you. Fourth quarter, we need 3 to win, or we need 1 to win. I'm not comfortable, bro. I'm not comfortable. I'm just being real.
All right, we got Angela says, let him go. Daryl Davis says, let him go. Daryl says, keep him. Randy says, let him go. We need a kicker.
There you go.
I mean,
and even if you keep him and you bring in somebody, his confidence is going to be shook up anyway. So maybe it's time to just cut ties and just bring somebody new in. Like, if you bring in a kicker, his confidence is already shot because he's missing kicks. So you bring in a dude, that mental stability is not going to be there. It's not going to be like, oh, I gotta make kicks now. The pressure's on now. Now you got more pressure. Now you got more mental, obstructions in front of you. Dude, cut ties, bring a new dude in. No pressure. Look, man, the last guy we had in here, he couldn't kick. We just need you to kick the ball 18.6, feet across, 35 feet up. That's all you got to do. Nothing else.
I mean, continuity does matter on the team. And,
True.
Again, you still have to do kickoffs. There's a lot.
Don't care. Don't care. Let Josh do it.
Is ready to kick my man out to the team.
I'm done, bro. I'm done. You've told me, like, yo, give him some slack. I've said it since preseason, and we shouldn't even have got to this point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I agree. I agree. We shouldn't have got here, but we here. We here. All right, let's go into our Bills Mafia trivia.
The party starts in 3, 2, 1.
All right, Bills Mafia, and y'all know we don't allow no Google. Bills Mafia trivia this week is: what team prevented the Bills from going to the Super Bowl in the 1960s? Yes, the Bills did have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl in the 1960s. Who was a team that prevented the Buffalo Bills from going to the Super Bowl? Drop it down in the chat. And once we get 3, we'll start pulling them up here. I'll give people a hint. It was 1966. Randy said the Giants.
No.
Incorrect. Not the Giants.
Not the Giants.
The Giants are in the NFC. They couldn't have prevented the Bills unless they beat them in the Super Bowl.
Well, that was at that time, it wasn't even an NFC or AFC. It was AFL and NFL.
Yeah. Yep. Well, in 1966 was the merger, so they so it was an NFL at that time. Hero, it was not the Cowboys. No, and not the Cowboys.
Why y'all talking about the teams that beat us in the 90s? No, like, we said the 60s before we even thought about
the 60s.
Like,
guys,
come on, man. Not the 90s. We know the Giants beat us. We know the Cowboys beat us. If somebody says Washington, there we go.
We got a fan cave. We got a fan cave brother in the house. Daryl, our man D, said Kansas City, and this was the first ever Super Bowl All right. 1966, the Buffalo Bills won the 64 and the 65 AFL championship against the San Diego Chargers 2 years in a row. And then 1966, which was the merger, they played the Kansas City Chiefs and lost 31-7. So that is this week's Bills
It's
Mafia.
weird. It's like the Chiefs are like still causing problems like years later. Like we just can't like get past them. Like I get it. Like Lynn Dawson was that guy, and just we can't get like Lamar Hunt was the coach, and he had the tux on, and it's just like we couldn't beat him. And like years later, they're like the nightmare that won't go away. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What's crazy? This was an opportunity where Lou Saban would have faced off with Dick LeBeau.
Yeah,
Lou Saban was the coach, so that would have been something awesome.
Dick
and
LeBeau. What are you talking about? Dick LeBeau. You talking about?
I'm not.
Vince Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dick LeBeau. Hold on, wait a minute.
Wrong era.
Okay, my bad.
Teams had me in the 90s. Vince Lombardi.
Man, wouldn't that been a great Super Bowl?
And it was anticipated because the Buffalo Bills won 2 straight AFL championships. So it was anticipated that would be the Super Bowl, Green Bay versus Buffalo. And Buffalo got beat 31-7 by the Kansas City Chiefs. And granted, the Green Bay stomped the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
In that Super Bowl. So
could you imagine Bart Starr and Jack Kemp going at it? Oh.
Yeah. So, and Cookie Gilchrist was on that team.
Yeah.
No O.J. Simpson. A lot of people think that was O.J. No, O.J. was not on that team.
Uncle Cookie, Cookie Gilchrist.
Gilchrist was on that team. So, yep.
Shout out to him, man. That man, he's talking about a dynasty that never was, but it was though. Like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. They had the old rock pile.
Yeah.
They had the little flags. They didn't even have like real. They had the little flags. Like they had the big old coats on in the stands. Yay! Yeah, it wasn't the mafia like we know now. They weren't jumping through tables back then.
It was the mafia in Macon.
Or were they? Or were they jumping through tables back then?
It was probably really the mafia in those days.
Right, I'm about to say, yeah. It wasn't jumping through tables. It was putting cement shoes on people. Just saying.
Absolutely. Give us a call right now. We're taking a few calls for our final thoughts. The number is at the bottom of the screen down here. You can see our number down there as well. But the phone lines are open for some final thoughts. And that'll take us. We're going to talk about how to get a dub. We got Houston coming up. We got to move on. The game happened. It's not pretty, but we believe this team is a resilient team, and they will learn from this. So, Cuzzo, start with you. How do the Buffalo Bills get a dub? Stephon Diggs, we're going into Houston. Got to get a dub, man. It's an AFC game.
Yeah, and they're going to be wearing their super cool Houston throwback jerseys where they have the they're not going to have the Oilers uniform, but they will have like the H-Town. They said the H-Town uniform is like a really cool uniform they're going to have on playing against us. The main thing I would say is not let the Stephon Diggs drama be the main thing of the game. Yes, Stephon Diggs played here last year. His time here was great. Move on. That's exactly what the Vikings did with us. We played the Vikings came here. They said, yes, Stephon Diggs played here. Moving on. And they beat us. So that's exactly what we have to do against Houston. Get C.J. Stroud rattled early. Throw a lot of different type of blitz packages against him. Blitz more against C.J. Stroud. He's a young quarterback still learning his own. Got to keep these wide receivers at bay. I think we're going to win this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. I think this is going to be a hard-fought game because of Brad. C.J. Stroud he's beyond his years in football talent. Yeah. And football talent as well as a quarterback. He's emerging as one of the elite quarterbacks. As Joe Burrow falls, this guy rises. This kid is really impressive to me. So I still think Buffalo comes away with the win as long as we find our identity and play our style football, not playing from behind. They have a lot of weapons. But Sean McDermott's defense is fit to deal with this type of offense. Sean McDermott has elite defensive backs, and that is their strength of the Texans. So we do have an injury down with Taylor Rapp out, so that's going to really hurt us. But I think that the way Sean McDermott's defense has been, this defense is specialized in stopping the pass, and that's what the Texans do best. So I think Buffalo will get the best of that, and it just comes down to winning their 111 on the offensive side to see a little bit more of a spark from the receivers. Get James Cook involved to slow that ball down, take possessions off, take time off the clock for them. And, like you said, don't make this about Stephon Diggs versus Josh Allen. Make this about winning an AFC conference game, which we need.
Exactly, 1,000%. And this team can win. All is not lost. It's about picking yourself up off the mat. You got punched in the mouth. How you gonna respond? If you can let this game right here define the rest of your season, or it's not. And I think this team is resilient enough to look at film, look at the tape, look at the mistakes that they made, and pick themselves up off the mat and get a win against this team. I think the Texans are pretty good. I think we're a better football team on paper, but that's why they play the game. So we'll see exactly what happens. As long as we don't beat ourselves, I think we got this one.
Absolutely. You feel free, give us a call at 563-999-3600. We'll definitely appreciate having you on before we get out of here. Cuzzo, we got to talk about one thing. Let's do some quick takes real quick. What Bills legend? I'm going to start with you. We're going to go on quick takes. All right. What name a Bills legend that could have takes. Beat the Ravens? Go. Come on, quick.
Ted Cottrell would have helped.
Okay, defensive. I'm gonna go Sam Coward, middle linebacker.
I will go Ted Washington.
Definitely. Pat Williams.
Cornelius Bennett.
Bruce Smith.
Pat Williams.
I already said him.
No, you didn't say Pat Williams.
I did say Pat Williams. After you said Ted, I said Pat.
You said Sam Coward.
I mentioned him first.
Okay, fine. Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams, okay. I'm going to go Eric Moulds. Eric Moulds would have been a big help on the offensive side.
Sam Adams. Notice I'm going nose tackle. Just notice where my head is at right now. Just throwing it out there. Sam Adams.
Keo Spikes.
Henry Jones, man. We need that presence back there. Henry Jones.
Yeah, Henry was a hitter. He was definitely a hitter. Wasn't afraid to hit. Hey, here you go. Antoine Winfield.
Yes.
Antoine Winfield.
Absolutely, 1,000%. All right, here's one that people forget about. Remember this guy? Bryce Pop. Oh, him and Derrick Henry in the hole. Oh, good luck.
Yeah, I got somebody that a lot of people forgot played for the Buffalo Bills for a few seasons. Chris Spielman.
Ooh, Ohio State guy. I like it.
Yes.
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Spielman.
he sure did.
He was a sure tackler.
And I'm gonna throw another guy that doesn't get talked a lot about, and people kind of forgot about him, but he was a solid hitter before he got injuries, took it over. Remember Coy Wire? Remember him?
Corey Wire was good.
Yes.
You say Corey Wire. I'm going to say Kurt Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to throw Schultz out here. Let's take a call real quick. We got a call calling in. Let's bring them in. 716-208. You on Buffalo Against the World with Kulu and Cousin Brad. What player would have helped the Buffalo Bills? What player from Bills history, a legend, would have helped the Buffalo Bills beat the Ravens? Come on, give us one.
Hey, what's up, y'all boys? It's D.
What's good, D? Give us a player that would have helped us out, man. Give us a player that would have helped us out before you give us your thoughts. Player in Bills
I
history.
don't know if y'all said him already, but I was gonna say Takeo Spikes.
We did say Takeo. We said Takeo. You got to give me somebody else.
I said him.
Yep.
What about Bryce Pop?
We said him too.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything covered.
Come on, give me somebody on the offensive side. Give me somebody on the offensive side that would have helped us.
Oh, T.O.
Oh, Terrell. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
All right, give us your thoughts on this game, bro. Give us your thoughts on the game, D. Good to hear from you, bro.
Man, it's a pleasure to be on with y'all boys, man. I'm glad to see y'all still doing y'all thing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, quite simply, man, we just got our rear ends handed to us.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually happen, and it usually happens because we're a good team, but sometimes we like to get in our own way and assist the other team in beating us. And that's when that trick play happened, like it just obliterated the entire it was over after that. Now, this week, I wouldn't say it's a huge game. It's only a huge game for bragging rights. I want to beat Stephon Diggs. I want to beat him. I want to beat him handily.
I want to beat the Texans.
I'm built to stop the pass, so I'm comfortable with that. If Joe Mixon is a go, that's something that we got to look at because we just got exposed last night about how our linebackers are not in the right spots when it comes to stopping the run.
Yeah.
So we have to go now. Anybody that has a good running back, our main game plan on defense has to take that guy out and make everybody one-dimensional. Easier said than done, but that's what
As you can see by last night, that didn't work.
Yeah. All right, D, man.
Hold on. Ask him why he wants to keep the kicker.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, he's gone. All right, appreciate you, D. I definitely agree on that. It's Buffalo's got to tighten up defensively on the run game. It's something that we got to do. I think they will do it. McDermott he's a great mastermind when it comes to playing style defense he plays. You may have to make some adjustments when it comes to guys like Derrick Henry, but you're not going to see many running backs in the league like Derrick Henry. Let's just be honest here.
Absolutely not.
And so they don't make them like that. I mean, you get them every
I don't
once.
even think he's a running back. He's like a
human
Bo
Jackson. You get a Bo Jackson. You get a Jerome Bettis, and then you get a Derrick Henry. Like you don't see them last that long. These yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he on his after last night. He got gas left in the tank. He got gas left in the tank, bro. Like, that was crazy. But and you mentioned the blitz. Like when we came out in the second half, they ran a blitz package where they ran both linebackers. It was a delay with the Dorian and Spector came through. Where was that in the first half? Because we definitely needed that. I don't know.
I really tried not to. Once the half was over and the halftime adjustments were made,
yeah.
At least in the very start of the third quarter, Buffalo started to gain the momentum. They started to understand how to beat this team.
Right.
It just didn't translate on the offensive side after the turnover after the forcing the ball to turn over. So again, all four phases of the game have to be won. And it has to be starting coaching, defensive, special teams, which we talked about, and offensive. You have to win all of those phases. Your strategy's got to be on point, and it just looked like they laid an egg out there. So Cuzzo Brad, that'll do it just about now for our segment. I know there's a lot to be said about this game, but we're moving on to the Texans. You mentioned how to get a dub. Me and Cousin Brad.
Hit after hit after hit.
Nonstop.
It's Buffalo Against the World show.
A lot of hits.
We're here every Monday on 7 p.m. And we try to make sure that we help you guys and ourselves to move forward. Even after L's like this, it's always good to talk football on a Monday when you win. But there's also a season is really seeing where you're at for the playoffs. So let's not not act like this team is trash. Let's not do that. Like I've heard that out there. We not doing it. Okay, it's
Exactly.
a season.
We're
The
not.
season is preparation for the playoffs.
Not gonna lie. I want to play this team in the playoffs again. I want to play them again. We got to get our get back. You're not about to just stomp us on Sunday Night Football and then we just gonna forget about it. So I welcome playing them again, and I know they're gonna be ready. So will we.
Yep, we'll be ready for them because they're going to do the exact same thing that was success for them. And all we have to do to teams like that is make that quarterback beat you. Make them beat you. And, and let's give our hats off to Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. They were a class act. They weren't bragging about beating the Buffalo Bills, an undefeated team at the time. They just ran out and came out and did what they did. So we'll get some guys healthy. We'll put some guys that will come up from the practice squad to have an opportunity to really prove themselves. And we'll be back.
We'll get a new kicker.
We'll see. We're going to see. We'll get another.
Yeah, I snuck that in there. I don't care. Whatever.
We'll see about that. We'll see. If Brandon Bean says it's so, then so be it. That'll do for myself and Cousin Brad Monday night. As we'll see you guys next Monday. Hopefully, it's a victory Monday. This is Buffalo Against the World. Kulu and Cousin Brad. One love.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.